everyone, it's Anya here and I'm back with another video for Ophelia Talks, and today is the last part of our journey down the Nile with the front of our Lotus Border. So we have had quite a few weeks working on this blanket and today is the last video. So this here is the back of my blanket. And this is the back border that we made in the previous video. So if you haven't done that yet, do go and do that first. Now we are going to get started on Lotus Round 1, but of course on the other side. So this is what it looks like on the back. And this is what it looks like on the front. Soon, all the ends will have disappeared. So once again, we are going to be working with our slip stitch. So we did all the hard counting in the previous video, of course, because we did our slip stitch round. That's there now, that's in place, and we are just going to use it now. So now this time we are using the 2 V's of the slip stitch, and because we've used the 1 strand on this side, we should still be able to quite easily, yeah, there we go under the 2 V's to position our stitches. So we are using mid grey, which is this color here. So we are making a slip knot, still your same hook, and I am going to get started just about here with doing 2 rounds of half double crochets. So basically that's the same as what we did in the cream. So we're going to get started, and in the corner we will do corners of 2 half double crochet, 1 chain and 2 half double crochets. And of course your corners are indicated by the stitch markers, so that should all work out nicely. So let's get started. Yarn over and do your half double crochet. Start with a standing one, there we go, and off we go, doing the rest, picking up the 2 strands of the V. So this is the one just before the corner. And now the next one is the corner, so I shall be taking the stitch marker out and making a corner. There we go. So 2 half double crochets, 1 chain and another 2 half double crochets into that corner slip stitch. There we go, and that's made a nice corner there. And we continue. So when you have done this round, you will have on the long side 241 half double crochets. And on the short side you will have 192 half double crochets. We do count the ones that are in the corner chain space, but we don't count the actual chain. So we just count the full amount of the half double crochets. And of course make sure that all your ends are lying in the gutter here in between the 2 borders. So I've made it to the end of my first round of half double crochets here. So my last stitch, then I go over to that first one here, skipping the standing one, going under the V of the next one, do a little chain and then start doing half double crochets again. So I will see you now when you have done your 2 rounds of half double crochets. going to skip that one, go under this one and do our slip stitch to close the round. There we go. And once again, we are going to just cut off the yarn because obviously we are changing colors now. And let's get started on the next part of our front border. So for round 3, we are going to do the same thing as we did on the front, of course. We are going to get started with our antique apricot, make your slip knot, insert your hook, and we're going to get started on a corner. That's the easiest location to know where we are, basically. So you look for, let me find the chain space, then the first stitch after the chain space, you go past the 2 strands, go to the back strand there, so that's the 3rd loop. So we're going to do a single crochet in the 3rd loop of that first stitch after the chain space. Then we are going to do a treble around the body of the half double crochet in round 1 that is located right before the chain space. So yarn over twice, go around that body here and do your treble crochet. There we go. Then we skip 1 stitch. So where is the V that I have to skip? That one there. Then here we are going to make sure your yarn is at the back. So skip 1 V, then you start doing single crochets in the 3rd loop and you do 4 in a row. There we go. Then once you've done that, you can start making your treble V's again. So to start with, you're going to count 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the 5th one, you're going to do your first V. No, it's a treble. Don't forget. There we go. So do your treble V with the 2 chains and another treble around that same half double crochet. Then you look back, you skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3. From the 4th one here, you're going to start doing your single crochets again in the 3rd loop, 4 in a row. So from then on, you are working in the 7th half double crochet from round 1 with a treble crochet, 2 chains and a treble crochet. And then skipping 3 and back to your 4 3rd loop single crochets. So we did all this in the back border and we're doing it again for the front border. So I will meet you now when you have done. So I've now gone along the first side here with my V's, and if you lay your border open, you will see that these stitches here, can you see them, the silver ones and the antique apricot ones, are right across from each other. Now that's important. Now for you on your blanket, it should all work out. So of course for this sampler I've had to do a little bit of fudging, so now I do still need to make sure that my lotuses are across from one another, otherwise I can't close my border later on. So you've got to pretend that these are 4 single crochets in a row. Yes, I had to do an extra one. So now we are going to do our treble around the double crochet on the other side of the chain space there. Then we do our single crochet in the last stitch here. Let's just find a back loop there, then 1, 2, 3 chains, and then we go and we find chain space and the back loop of that first stitch. There we go, single crochet in there, and then we do a treble around the double crochet right there. So on the other side of that chain space of the round one that we did. So there we go. So that's ready for our lotus to be adhered to that. So once again, skip 1 and 4 single crochets, and off we go again, doing our treble V's. So I will see you at the end of the row where we will complete this corner here. So I've made it all the way around, and look at that, it worked out. Not that it worked out anywhere else, but never mind. It will work out on the big blanket. So I've got 2 stitches left here, so I'm going to do my treble crochet around this one here. There we go. Skip a stitch and then do a back loop, single crochet in the next one. Voila, 1, 2, 3, and then here I'm going to go under this one, I think, yeah, and close up my round. So once again, I am going to cut this off because it's easier to start in the correct place than it is to try and move along to another one. There we go. So now what we need to do is make our shells. So we will be making shells of 7 trebles along the sides, of course located into those chain spaces of the treble V's. Then you anchor them with a single crochet in between the second and the third single crochet, and then of course on the corners you make shells of 10 trebles. Once you have finished your round, you will be ready to start joining your border. Make sure you follow the link in the description box to take you to our blog post, to the written pattern, and of course there you will find all the information in written form. You will also have the table of colours for this part of the blanket. So I have made it all the way around, and we now have this kind of situation here. And of course on this side we have lots of the ends hanging in as well. So now let's just close up this round. So first of all we need to anchor this shell here. There we go. And then here we go, we skip the standing one, we go under the V of the next one, and we do a slip stitch. There we go. Oh my goodness, that has been quite the journey. So let's cut that one off. Back to the mid gray, and we make a slip knot, insert our hook, and now you need to make sure that all your ends are lying nicely sort of in that gutter that we've created. Okay, and you can start anywhere you like, but make sure that you just find, for instance, there's that single crochet here, there's that single crochet there. I can see I can match those up, so let's get started with those. Okay, so just find 2 stitches that you can easily match up. use the inner strands, so you leave the outer strand here and the outer strand there untouched, and you're going to get started with, let me see if I can show it properly. So this one, I think I'm going to be able to match up with this one here. Okay, and once you've done that one and this one here, you'll be fine, because it should all tally up. So you're going to do a single crochet, and then the next stitch, and you find the inner loops. There we go. And with the inner loops, I mean, you've got these V's here, so this one here, and then when you look at your work on the other side, you have a V there, and you pick up that one there, this one here. Okay, so once you've done this, make sure that you then go to the next stitch that you haven't used on the other side. Okay, and then you do your single crochet. And here, next one. Again, this is going to take a little bit of time, but of course this is it. Of course, this is the magic row that will make all your ends disappear. Oh, I'm so excited. And as you go over your shells, you don't need to do an increase. It's enough to just do the one single crochet, and it will keep it all together nicely. So this will be more your front side. This, with sort of the back of your single crochet, will be your back side. But make sure that you do pick up those inner loops, because you will see the difference if you accidentally pick up the back loop as well, or the other loop, the second loop as well. You will see that the little strand here is missing. Okay, and the same here as well. So yeah, have fun going round your border. I'm nearly there. 2 more shells to go, and look at this. Isn't it glorious? So yes, I've just got these 2 to do, and then I'll show you the last ones. I'm back for the last stitch. As usual, I want to do the last stitch together with you. So there we go. Inner loops, and we do the single crochet. Then for our closing slip stitch, let's skip the first stitch. So let's go under the second one, so we lay our slip stitch over that first one. There we go. So now let's cut off the yarn. And of course now here we have 2 ends. So what I'm going to do, so yeah, this is a little bit difficult, of course, because there's a lot of stuff inside your border. So make sure you take a little bit of time, a little bit of patience to do this last thing really well. So I pull it to the back here, so it's gone from there, but then you insert your hook into the border. Make sure you don't get caught on anything. Make sure you end up near the end and you pull it in, again making sure you don't get caught. So look, I've pulled it all the way to the end there. Let's do it again. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. There we go. Voila, and your ends are gone. They are all gone into your blanket border. Our blanket making journey has now come to an end. We have explored the jewels of the Nile for 6 weeks. We have created a blanket that I hope you will treasure. Thank you so much for crocheting along with me and for your support on my Ophelia Talks journey. Please keep watching for some Layla Shenanighans, and I hope to see your progress in our Facebook group, Ophelia Talks Crochet. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! So as you can see, see, somebody's helping me film this tutorial. I'm just working on the half double crochet round for the front border, and she just climbed up on the desk and you know, sort of positioned herself on there. This is going to be interesting for later on, but yes, well, hopefully she'll be gone by then. If she's not, she'll be there. Book. Layla. Oh dear, she's hiding now. Okay, I'll just get on with my crochet. Well, this is getting better now, so she's in a good position now to help us with the tutorials. So yes, I've just done my second corner. I'm not doing much. she keeps interrupting. Layla, honestly. Right, that's it. It's just going to be you now. There we go. You entertain the people. What did you say? 1/2 double crochet in each stitch along the sides, yeah, and then what about the corners, Layla? Did you hear that? Did you hear the instructions for the corners? Well, the corners are 2 half double crochets, 1 chain and 2 half double crochets. Yes, they are. Oh, look, stitch marker. What is that side eye that you're giving me there? What is that? Layla, I have to get on, otherwise this tutorial will never finish. Yes. You're clearly very tired. So I'm just going to leave her now. Oh my goodness. Look, stitch markers. So now I have finished the second round of my half double crochets. Not that you can see it, mind you. Layla has been quite the helper today. This way I don't get anything done, clearly. But yes, I'm liking the look of the, you know, of my border here. I have to say though, it's working out for that little one as well. I mean, I had fudged a lot, obviously, but yes. So if I could just show you here, this is fun, isn't it? I could just show you here, maybe. Yeah, Layla. Okay. So I'm just doing. I hope you're having fun. I'm just doing the last stitch of my round. Layla, are you going to help out, darling? Come on. Layla, come. Oh, Layla. Yeah. That's a camera, darling. Layla, come on. Come. Oh. Come on. Layla. Layla. Hello. Hello. Yeah, okay. Right. Yes, I think people would love to see your fur, darling, but okay. Come on. Layla, you're in the, yeah, you're obstructing the view, darling. Thank you. Layla,